Hi everyone, it's Roger here from what's on at DisneyPlus.com, and in this video I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on Doogie MD. But before we get into any of that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. So Disney is about to launch a brand new series on Disney Plus called Doogie Kamealoha MD. Now I'm going to be honest, that's going to be the last time I'm going to try and attempt that one. It's just Doogie MD for me, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other people kind of thinking the same. I think eventually we'll get used to that name, but it's just, something that you don't hear very often, so therefore it's just trying to get used to it. I've watched the first 2 episodes, and it's a very nice, easygoing, family-friendly TV series, kind of in that sort of same vein, really. I would say maybe as Big Shot. It's not quite a Disney Channel show. It's a little bit aimed a little bit higher. There is some stuff going on like with the parents, but it's all very much aimed at a 16-year-old and who's called Doogie because she reminds everybody of the TV series from the 90s where she kind of went through school and university and med school really quickly, and now she's 16. In the hospital. She's working with her mum as her boss, so that kind of creates some conflict there. And then also she's still a 16-year-old girl, so she's still dealing with things with boys and then getting a driving license. But ultimately she is still a very established doctor. And then we get the whole thing like with patients, not trusting her because she's a kid and all the rest of it. And this one will be releasing every Wednesday from the 8th of September. There can be 10 episodes. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was very light-hearted, very easygoing. Didn't really push the boundaries too much, but if you like things like Grey's Anatomy or maybe like House or something like that, you might find it a little bit too tame. But it's kind of like, I would say, like a nice stepping stone into those series, which I like. Things like Good Doctor and House. Those are shows that this kind of goes into that familiarity with. For me, like I said, I enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. I definitely want to go to Hawaii again now. It just reminded me of everything there, and it just looks stunning being set there. You can tell there's a lot of stuff going on because a lot of where they filmed it, because a lot of it's filmed outside. And there's not a huge amount of people on each scene, but I think it's a perfectly good, solid Disney Plus original. I think it's going to go somewhere. Hopefully people will watch it, because that's the key thing with these kind of shows, is you need to show Disney that these kind of shows are what we want to watch. So the age bracket, very much a kind of a nice family-friendly show. I can see this being on at like 5 o'clock in the evening on a Saturday night, and everyone sort of sits around and watches a good, solid family show. And hopefully it'll get a little bit more meatier. I mean, they don't kind of dumb it down too much, but like they could have gone a little bit more in depth. But then, like I said, it's just finding that like right balance. I think it's a little bit less than anything, like I've said, like Grey's Anatomy or Good Doctor. It's a little bit lower down the scale, but then it's definitely not made for kids. There's a few other kids and like brothers involved in it, and there's a best friend, and it's still, some of it's a little bit funny. I mean, she's got a YouTube channel. I mean, I don't know why anyone would want to do that, but it's this kind of thing of, it's very modern, and I think it's not a bad take on it. I just wish they maybe would have gone with a different, called it something other than Doogie, and it might have been a little bit better. But ultimately, I definitely think it's worth checking out. I'd probably give it a 3.5 out of 5, maybe a 4 a push. I certainly enjoyed it. I'm going to be checking out more episodes of it. I certainly didn't dislike it, but it didn't blow my socks off. That's kind of the way I'd look at it. But there we go. Are you looking forward to this new Doogie MD show? I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I shall see you guys soon. Later. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. Also, a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships. And I shall see you guys in another video. Later.